I helped my husband transition. Now he is calling me slurs and is filing for divorce. I never imagined I would end up married to a woman. I met the person who is now my wife, who was a man named Paul, 10 years ago. 2 years after we were married, Paul came out as trans and chose the name Paula for herself. Paula's transition was easy for her or me. But I've tried, goddammit. I am trying. I went to couples therapy with her. I went to her own therapy sessions when she asked, and I got a therapist of my own. I read books and reached out to other people with similar experiences. I stood by her when her family and friends pushed back, spoke out against my friends and family's transphobic comments when they came up. I stared dumbly as 3 different therapists heard my story, tut-tutted, and called me bigoted to my face and said I needed to either get on board or get divorced. So I got on board. We burned our wedding album because she couldn't bear to look at her past self in a tux. And I did so much more. And I did it because, while the person I loved was no longer a man, she was still the person I loved. And I did all of it while strangers and people I loved attacked me for being the transphobic one if I ever expressed a moment of shock, a moment of hesitation or uncertainty, or a moment of oh my god, this is a lot of change all at once, can I please sit down for even 1 minute so I literally don't collapse from the panic attack I am literally having right now? And then this week, at 10:45 a.m. on a Tuesday, there's a man in a suit and a Hitler haircut at my cubicle, handing me a stack of papers that say separation agreement on the top. He's whisper shouting at me that I need to sign right now or there will be consequences, and he will not agree to take this to a private conference room away from the looky-loos. I tell him to wait while I call my wife, and she lets out a long, exasperated sigh when she picks up. I tell her about Hitler man and she says he's legit and, with one sentence, does her level best to tear my heart out and throw it into a fire. I just can't stay married to some F-kin lesbian N-word. And when I came home, all of my things were packed in suitcases by the front door. I think it's easier this way, she said, standing there with her 2 new poly partners. She works from home, you see. So she gets my support, our house and our friends, and I get called some effing lesbian N-word and thrown out on the street by a gang of people champing at the bit to dogpile on me if I am anything less than 1000% supportive of the person harassing me at work and kicking me out of my own home.